Alright folks, it's time we did a E36 update. We have an MOT coming up on her in a couple of weeks time. It's a good time then to have a look at a few things that are going on with the car. It's beginning to show a few signs of age. And we've got a bit of a noise coming from the front wheel. Right, so we might have a bad wheel bearing. One of the first things we've got to do to check that is spin the wheel, see if we get any noise. And apart from just a tiny bit of brake pad touching the disc, I can't hear anything there. Another way of checking it is to hold the wheel at 12 and 6 o'clock and rock it gently backwards and forwards. Listening for any knocks. And that sounds silent to me. And then another thing we can try is put a hand on the spring and spin the wheel and see if we can feel any vibrations. Frustratingly, that all seems fine. So we've got a noise which we've shown you in the film already. I now doubt it's the wheel bearing. Okay, so I've undone a lug nut and I can't explain this, but this small heart-shaped locket has just come falling out of the lug nut hole. I believe. It was either next to the head of the lug nut, like, no, can it be? That's impossible. It's been mashed on one side. There's no way it was sitting in the head like that. It's impossible that it was in my socket, I think, because I've just had the socket like that, so there's no wear on it though, like it's been grinding against anything. What the fuck, man? This is the strangest thing I've ever found come out of a car, babe. What the fuck? Is that yours?
No, I didn't wear anything like that.
Nah, I thought it was a chunk of metal, man. It can't have been down in there, can it? I'm just looking at the dust shield and the back of the ABS sensor. I'm looking for any clearance issues, looking for anything that might be rubbing or touching. Plenty of brake pad there. There's not a lot of clearance in the dust shield down at the bottom there. The problem with that though is this is a very thin, tinny noise. I'm going to grind against that, it would sound more like a
You're right.
I can't see any scoring on the brake disc at the back from the dust shield as well. I'm convinced there's no play in that bearing. Right, okay. We'll put it back together and we'll take it for a drive and we'll see if the magic fucking heart.
The magic heart.
The magic heart has made any difference. As you can see, we've checked that out down the garage. It looks like it might be a wheel bearing, but I can't be sure, so that's going to need investigating, but it doesn't have any play in it, so I'm hoping it's going to pass the MOT as it is. We've got a very, very small leak from the water pump, which shows that the water pump seals are beginning to fail, although it's not gone fully yet, and I've got another one ready to go in the car, so I'm not too concerned about that, but it's something we're going to have to do soon. And as you will see in an upcoming video, we're going to be doing a complete change of the brake shoes and the brake pads in the rear of the car. So that's going to involve taking all the shoes off, all the springs, the calipers, the discs. It's going to be a little video just to show you what needs to be done, and especially what needs to happen with the brake shoe levers so that they work freely. Apart from that, the E36 has now reached its 150,000 mile birthday. Should be a picture of that coming up somewhere around here somewhere soon. But apart from that, all in, the car is still doing me an absolute service. It's done a few thousand miles this year and she's still pretty healthy. Our plans remain the same. We're still looking out there for a 328 engine, and part of the reason why I don't want to change the water pump is if I can get the engine soon next year, I might be able to make it on the water pump as it is and put the fresh one on the new engine. So stay tuned to the Paymo channel. We've got hopefully a few more E36 videos that get a bit more exciting coming up. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Paymo out.